Last week, I attended Summer Academy, not in person, but online. I didn't have to drive all the way up to Tahoe and spend 4 days away from home like last year. So I told my wife, if I'm away, leaving you and two children here, there will be a mother, because you will kill me in your heart many times. But thank God I'm still alive. I could spend time with my family and at the same time could join the academy. One of the topics that we discussed at the academy is the mission of the church, how and why we do mission. It brought me back a fond memory of my home church in my childhood, having vacation Bible school, doing Christmas Eve presentation, going to summer retreats, joining with my parents the Bible meeting, and so on. I was grateful for the church that taught me Christian faith, nurtured me, and helped me to become who I am right now. I believe you all have such a church and such a memory. And we all have our church, Grace UMC, that is providing spiritual substance and nourishment through service, fellowship, and worship, even during this pandemic. For many of you, or some of you, including myself, Grace UMC is like the only place where we feel connected, cared, and empowered while sheltered in place. Yet, like many, our church is also struggling financially. I appreciate your continual giving during the pandemic. I'm deeply grateful for your dedication and contribution. But as you have received a letter from the Finance Committee, by the end of this year, we will see substantial deficit in our finance. So please consider giving a little bit more or making a special giving this giving Sunday. If not this week, then next week. Or so that we can continue to provide grace, peace, and word to those who need it, so that we can water not only the garden in our soul, but also this very garden where we gathered, Grace UMC, through which our soul is nourished and growing. We all know the time is difficult and challenging, not only mentally and psychologically, but also spiritually and financially. But I believe together and by the grace of God, we will overcome and see how this ancient promise is fulfilled among us in our time. They shall come and sing aloud on the height of Zion, and they shall be radiant over the goodness of the Lord, over the grain, the wine, and the oil, and over the young of the flock and the herd. Their life shall become like a water garden, and they shall never languish again. Amen.